One more game to discuss from today, and let's reflect on it, shall we? Egypt taking on Australia. Not a lot of quality, really, on show from either side. And by the end, everyone was just playing. You could have just stopped it at the end of 90 minutes.
Shall we draw straws?
No, because...
See who has to talk about it.
Because what I'm intrigued about was the decision to swap goalkeepers for the penalty shootout. And what's interesting, this is what Popovic had to say about that decision. Matt is experienced, and I think if you look at the record in saving penalties, Patrick is new as a goalkeeper, not just with the national team, but even in club football. In the end, it didn't work out that way, but not because of Matty's poor judgment or lack of ability. They took really good penalties. Neither goalkeeper was aware that this was going to happen. This wasn't pre-planned. This wasn't discussed before the game. They were kind of launched into it when penalty shootout came around. Was it a mistake?
Well, listen, when it's unsuccessful, it's a mistake. This seems to me that it was done on the hoof.
And it was a goalkeeper who had a good game.
A young goalkeeper, 22 years old, and he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, this has been done before, both at international football and at club level. The issue I have here, generally what you want to do is if you have a goalkeeper who is A, excellent at penalties, and B, is physically imposing standing in the goal.
Yeah.
It's almost it's like mental torture to the penalty taker when you've got you bring a goalkeeper in who's 6'4" or 6'5" with a huge wingspan, because all of a sudden you're looking as a player going, oh my God. Matty Ryan comes in.
Yeah. You went from 6'3" to 6 foot.
He's not imposing at all, and he look. It's one of those things. If it comes off, you look as if you're the smartest man on the planet.
Right.
But if they hadn't discussed it beforehand, it suggests to me that it's come into his head right at the last minute, and he's thought, I'm going to make this decision. It didn't work. Well, I'll tell you what else didn't work. Sending two big...
two defenders took the penalties.
Two defenders took the penalty. Then a youngster...
Don't start with that. I was a defender. I was able to kick penalties. So it's not because you're a defender, you're not good at penalties.
No, but you're wrong, Frank, because you were a defender that could pass the ball for fun. These are two big ham and eggers that can barely pass the ball from A to B.
Well, Errington.
Why are you laughing?
Errington is about to sign for Barcelona, so don't tell me.
No, I'm not talking about the youngster. I'm talking about when Suter comes up. Because I talked the other day about Virgil van Dijk not taking a penalty as a centre-half and as a captain. But he's a very good technical player. Suter comes up as not. He's just not. So that was a surprise. And then the youngster taking a penalty, which I've seen an interview with him after the game. He speaks very well, and there's no criticism of him whatsoever. I can't tell you how much guts that would have taken for a youngster, anybody to step up. But I think Popovic, the manager, should have pulled rank there and said, no, we have other experienced players here that need to take responsibility. Right. Anyway, probably in the scale and basis of the game, Egypt probably just about deserved to go through.
You know what? When I saw that, and they have to stop with that modern football with the statistic at some point, to watch. I saw the Egyptian team watching on the computer, the penalties and everything. We all saw that. Yeah. That cracked me up and made me laugh, because I wasn't capable of saying, like 30 seconds before shooting the penalty, where I would place the ball. So how the opponent would have known. So that's...
Well, they're looking for patterns.
Yeah, good. I'm happy for that, but because I didn't know anything about that before. Really, I was putting the ball and I was looking at the goalkeeper and say, okay, what is my feeling, right or left? Strong on the floor.
To Craig's point, does the height of a goalkeeper have that intimidating factor? Did you find that as well?
Well, I was saying that if he's tall, he can go on the floor very quickly. Okay. If he's small, he can go on the air very far. So there is always a plus and a minus on everything. But it's true that it can be. When I was against Peter Schmeichel, say wow, and the guy was moving right to left because and that was huge. But again, you pick a side, you shoot strong on the floor. It shouldn't be a problem. And if he saves it, it's because he was great. Not because you played with him or because you made a mistake. But I think that's stupid. I mean, it doesn't make any sense for me to change the goalkeeper. The one in position, Patrick Beach, was ready to do the job. And if he wouldn't have done that, that would not have been his mistake. So don't go there. Don't try to play chess.
Yeah. And he made a save. I think it might have been during the second half. I'm not sure now. From a header point, he was going one way and he had to go back the other. It was just brilliant. So he's in a really good frame of mind. But, you know, these decisions, look, Australia.
That was a Dutch goalkeeper.
There's only so far they're going to go.
So it will be then officially Egypt against Argentina. The round of 16 is set. Question marks, though, over whether or not the Mexico-England game will be brought forward on Sunday because of the weather. Mark Ogden rushed in to give us all the latest on this and whether or not the match will be played earlier on in the day.